Hey everyone, how you doing? Back here in the cave? Yeah, no fancy AT&T U-verse lounge. We are just here down in the cave, going old school, if you will, for these. But some keys of the game. We are in second round for Class 7A, so let's fire off some key to the games. Rockton Hononegah at Lake Zurich. Well, certainly for Rockton, the key here is being able to run the ball. The Indians have run the ball well all year. 2,000-yard plus rushers on the team. They have to run the football. Again, easier said than done against a very good Lake Zurich defense. But when it's all said and done, if Hononegah's got a shot here, they have to be able to run the football. For Lake Zurich, I think the key is always, obviously, being able to move the ball, generate some points, which the Bears have done pretty well this year. Well, Noah Allgood really has done a nice job running the option, running the run, the power running game, plus a nice play action passing threat this year. So I think offensively the Bears are in a better spot now than they've been in a while. Defensively, obviously, stop the run from Rockton Hononegah. Wheaton North at Fenwick, a very interesting ball game. The game I'm calling the Paul Connor Bowl. If you're familiar with Paul, he was a longtime coach at Fenwick, now an assistant coach over at Wheaton North. So just a tap of the hat to my good friend Paul Connor over at Wheaton North. Now, that being said, key for Wheaton North in this ballgame, number one, you got to find Robert Spillane with your defense. Spillane, Western Michigan commit, outstanding two-way player. He's a real key as far as I'm concerned for Fenwick. As far as a key for the Friars, it's got to be defensively. They have to find a way to mix up the kind of goof up the timing of that Wheaton North passing offense. If you can't mess up the timing and kind of get in the way of the rhythm of that offense, you're in trouble. So those are keys there. Schaumburg against St. Pat's. Now, I had a chance to see Schaumburg earlier this year. The key for the Saxons, I feel, in this ballgame, Stacy Smith. I mean, you talk about an electric playmaker for the Saxons. Smith, the quarterback, also a dangerous kick return, punt return guy. If you're Schaumburg, you want the ball in Stacy's hands as much as possible. Now, on the flip side for St. Pat's, obviously defensively, you've got to be able to limit the big play against a kid like Stacy Smith. And then I think offensively as well, the Shamrocks can run, they can pass. I think they want to play a little smash mouth here. They're definitely going to have a size advantage up front. I think you want to play very, very physical football here against Schaumburg and see how the Saxons react. So, and then, of course, we've got Glenbard West against Conant. I also had a chance to see both teams this year live. Glenbard West, the key here, I think, is going to be limiting the opportunities of the Conant offense. Again, Danny Modelski, Bill Modelski, the head coach's son, 3-year varsity starter in that offense, a very, very solid quarterback. The Cougars like to go shotgun, like to read the defense at the line and adjust on the fly. I think some 3-and-outs here from the hitters definitely will kind of derail Conant a little bit. If I'm Glenbard West, I certainly want to kind of just mess up with the whole rhythm and timing of that Conant offense. Now, if I'm the Cougars against Glenbard West, you got to withstand the early bullets, meaning Glenbard West is going to want to come out and play fast and very physical. If you can withstand that the first 2 or 3 series, the better. So the longer you can hang with a very quick, very athletic, and hard-hitting Glenbard West team, the better off you're going to be in this ballgame. Downers North at Wheaton South. Interesting ballgame again. Downers North, the key always is in every game they play, they have to be able to control tempo, run the football with David Edwards in that power option game, and really just limit the amount of chances that Wheaton South has to get the ball and to do something. Wheaton South, the key, I think, is going to be obviously defensively. You have to be able to get the ball back from Downers North, and then when you do get the ball back, hope that your offense is able to convert. Wheaton South, I think, has to play a clean game here. Very limited on turnovers. Really get the ball back and make things happen. Now, the big one on the south side, Mount Carmel against St. Rita. Well, the key for St. Rita, a lot of people might tell you Tommy Mister, and certainly Tommy is going to have a very good game here. But see, I'm going to go a little different. I'm going to say the key in this ball game for St. Rita is the offensive line for the Mustangs. That offensive line was just not able to get anything really going against that almost D1 front of Mount Carmel's offense. If St. Rita is going to win this ball game, the offensive line is going to have to show. They're going to have to play and play well. Now, Mount Carmel on the flip side, again, the key is always the offense. You're going to have to be able to control the ball, sustain drives, be able to get 3-4 yards of crack in the option game, and really ball control and play your ball game. Also, Mount Carmel, you've got to avoid the big plays. Tommy Mister's been very good with, some breaking off some big runs and some big plays. You have to limit the big plays. Edwardsville at Bradley again. Watch out for the Tigers here, folks. Edwardsville, from my good friends down in the East St. Louis area, I did have a chance to see a second half of Edwardsville earlier this year. Very good, a lot of very good high-level talent base at Edwardsville this year. I think the key for the Tigers is just being able to get on the road, handle the bus lag, get off the bus, be ready to go, and play your ball game at a place in Bradley that is not easy to win. So that, to me, is a challenge for Edwardsville, certainly for Bradley. Being able to match up with both the Tigers on offense and defense, again, as I mentioned, very good group, very good personnel on Edwardsville. That is a key for Bradley, no question. And finally, East versus East. Another week, East versus East. Lincoln Way East at Oswego East. I think the key for the Griffins has been the key really all year long. Offense has to continue to click, continue to move the ball and score points. Again, you've made the switch to the junior quarterback. So far, so good. That needs to continue here in the postseason. So East's offense really has to come and play. Lincoln Way East, that is. Now, Oswego East, the key is play like you've been there before. And what I mean by that is, look, this is a relatively new program. Won their first playoff game. They're sky high. I think Oswego East has to avoid looking around, getting caught up in the moment, and really get rid of those butterflies early and stick to the game plan, which is going to be being able to move the ball, avoid the big turnover, and really just try to outslug Lincoln Way East. Not an easy task whatsoever, but if the Wolves are going to have a chance, that's what they're going to have to do. Those are your keys.